Hi, I'm Darrell House, and I wrote this book, The King of Fish. It won the Royal Palm Literary Award here in Florida as the best published children's picture book in 2012. I love to tell the story. Let me go with it. A silver shadow just beneath the surface of the lake gave away the King of Fish's favorite hiding place. Fishermen from far and wide had tried to catch the king, but they all left empty-handed. They never caught a thing. For the King of Fish is a mighty smart fish. He's cunning and he's wise, and he never bit the hook, no matter how it was disguised. Crawly things and wiggle worms and feathers tied just so, all meant to tempt the King of Fish swimming down below. But the King of Fish was getting old and starting to slow down. It was time to let a younger fish step up and wear the crown. In a city not so far away, a little boy named Ray could never leave his wheelchair to go outside and play. But Ray could dream of fishing for the big ones in the lake and struggling with the mighty fish until his arms would ache. Yet dream and wish of catching fish was all the boy could do until some neighbors vowed they would make his dream come true. The fishing trip was organized with rods and reels and bait, and the boy was so excited he could hardly wait. So early Sunday morning, Ray barely was awake. They drove out to the country to catch the big ones in the lake. The boy was carried from the car, then out on a sturdy pier where water splashed below his feet, shimmering cold and clear. And just beneath the surface, a silver shadow gave a look at the boy who came to bait the king with rod and reel and hook. His bobber floated easily upon the gentle swells, and Ray watched like a hawk as it slowly rose and fell. Hour after hour, the fish refused to bite, though Ray knew deep inside that any moment he just might. The king was studying the boy, pondering what to do. To catch the King of Fish would make the youngster's dream come true, but would that be a fitting end for one who ruled so long? Yet the time was near for the King of Fish to pass his crown along. A second silver shadow soon came swimming up behind. The Queen of Fish knew well enough what was on his mind. The boy can't walk, the king explained, and he's set on catching a fish. I think I might go with him and help to grant his wish. The queen knew the king was getting old and thought of death too much. She swam up close behind him and gave his fin a gentle touch. The thought that I might leave you makes me more than sad. But if I make his dream come true, good comes out of bad. The old ones will be coming for your highness soon enough. Forget about the boy and this silly granting wishes stuff. The Queen of Fish turned aside and dove to the depths of the lake with hope, a wish, and a prayer. The king would not make this mistake. The sun was sailing slowly on its endless journey west. The boy was left without a fish, though he had tried his best. 5 more minutes, can we, Mom? 5 more minutes, please? She walked across the pier and sat beside him on her knees. I know he's out there watching, Mom. And if he only knew, he'd have to let me catch him and make my dream come true. The king made his decision. It happened very fast as the boy, with the freshly baited hook, made his final cast. The silver shadow flashed as he firmly took the bait, and the fishing rod bent in half beneath the fish's weight. He leaped above the water just to give the boy a fight, and the king became a rainbow in the fading evening light. Ray used all his strength to try to reel his treasure in, but every time he got ahead, the king took off again. The fishing line was singing across the surface of the lake, and just like in his dreams, his arms began to ache. But Ray was very strong. The tug of war came to a close, and the mighty fish hung from the pole just inches from his nose. They looked each other up and down out on the end of the pier, and gazing at the mighty fish, Ray wiped away a tear. The family, friends, and neighbors watched the young boy and his fish and understood that Ray had finally realized his wish. "That's a mighty fine fish you caught," said a man. "I bet he'll feed us all." And he started to unhook the king as night began to fall. "We can't eat this fish," said Ray. "That would not be fair." And he looked again at the noble sight dangling in the air. "My dream and wish of catching fish came true here today, and I'll know throughout my life the big one didn't get away, but we mustn't keep him from his precious water very long. Please remove the hook, put him back where he belongs." They swiftly helped to free the king and began to understand that the boy whose legs refused to walk today became a man. They carried the king to the water's edge to quickly slip him in, and just before they let him go, Ray gently touched his fin. Water! Water was the breath of life, fresh and cold and clear, and as the king regained his strength, the queen of fish reappeared. "You're hurt, my king," she gently said, in her voice a touch of fear. "I'll be just fine," the king replied, gazing towards the pier. "I'll never understand," she said, "the crazy things you do." "Let it go," he said. "Today, I made a wish come true." Up top, they packed the fishing gear and stowed it all away. As they joked and laughed and talked and sang, congratulating Ray, the boy looked out upon the lake and the fish looked towards the land, for today they shared a moment no one else would understand. They drove away, and the fish jumped one last time as if to see the boy who caught the king, then turned around and set him free. That night, as Ray lay in his bed, his mom switched off the light. And in his mind, he went over and over the fishing and the fight. And as the moon began to rise, dreams swept the boy away to challenge the king in another lake and to fish another day.